weeks, maybe 5 since we last recorded. Tucker went back to West Point for 3 weeks. He did his last summer training.
So Kate wanted me to talk about my experience over this past summer just a little bit. So basically what I went through this summer was called CLDT, stands for Cadet Leader Development Training. Basically it was training for most firsties and cows, basically to emulate Ranger School just a little bit. Obviously the intensity and the length is not there, but it is kind of like our first look at getting thrown out into a situation, being able to react. One night STX, situational training exercise. Basically we went out to the field and practiced what the actual FTX would look like. That was a couple days before we went out for the FTX, so we could kind of refine how the platoon ran and what exactly we wanted to do to try and be successful for the actual FTX. It was pretty cool up front. We did get to fly a couple times. That was pretty cool. But we got transported out somewhere deep in Buckner. They dropped us off. We moved to our location that we were going to stay for the night. It's called Patrol Base. Basically, we're supposed to pull security out of there. But we had some pretty cool platoon mentors in my platoon. And they rewarded us with just doing fire guard instead of doing security throughout the night, which is actually pretty huge. Fire guard is basically 2 people just need to stay up for like every hour. So it was like every 2 days or so I had to do fire guard, which wasn't that bad. It's just lose an hour of sleep, stay up, and make sure there's no bears or anything that come by. The platoon sergeant and platoon leader and all the squad leaders have already been selected. They were given the mission and they started the planning process. So what they would do is they would plan, make a terrain model, and basically take what we've learned from the past summers and during the train up and military science classes, is that they would develop this plan and brief it to us the next morning, and we'd go execute. But execution, it needed to be to standard no matter what. After the second mission was ran, then we would go into our patrol base for the night, and then once it hit around 11 o'clock, they allowed us to go in the fire guard. So that was our daily pattern for 9 days. Overall, it was pretty hard, but I made it through it. Had a pretty great squad, a lot of great people. Platoon was great. Just to add one thing about CLDT. So after completion of the FTX, we actually ended up going, we ended up right at Buckner. We got flown back out in there, and we did a final event called the Crucible. It's supposed to be a memorial for his name was CJ Morgan. He died in an LMTV crash 2 years prior to this during the same training. I never met him personally, but he was a great guy from what I've heard. And so it was a 4-mile ruck, I think. And we had to carry a litter, some ammo cans, and some water jugs. And once we reached back at Buckner, there was a platoon-on-platoon combatives fight, and the winner of the combatives fight didn't have to go out and pick up brass and ammo back on the lanes from the FTX. then I was able to go home for 10 days.
So we are all set for this academic year and ready for graduation in the spring. We're on our way out to a place called Elk Mountain in Manchester, and we're just gonna have a little picnic. I'm currently between jobs, and on my last day at my last job, the girls threw me a little going away party, and we had pizza, and they gave me these gifts, and their gifts was a picnic for Tucker and I to go on. They gave me a charcuterie board, a little basket, a blanket, some sausage for the crackers. I was very thoughtful. I was very excited about that gift, and today we get to use it. So we just made out here to Elk Mountain. We took a little detour on the way here because we started going, I just felt like we were going too far, so I turned us around, and then we drove like 25 minutes out of the way just to turn around and go the way we were going anyways. But we made it, and this is our view. And we're just out here ready to watch the sunset.
So I'm just gonna keep talking, and hopefully she can cut whatever she needs to do for the video.